are not powerless in front of anything. And just because in the moment you feel a feeling of this impending doom, it doesn't mean that you have to just accept it and brace yourself for bad things to happen and let that feeling fool you into giving up on your creatorhood. Hello everyone, this is Cece. Welcome back to my channel where I share with you the things I've learned from my own journey and practical manifesting tips so that you could be a doer, start applying, and live your best life. Today's video was inspired by a recurring question that I have been getting lately. What to do if you get the feeling of what I call the impending doom, like bad things or unwanted outcomes are an inevitability. I am going to help you understand why you might feel that way from time to time and how to deal with it. If you like my content, please consider liking it and subscribing to my channel. Comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, this is related to the idea that feeling is the secret. As you guys know, to manifest is to feel the reality of something, to know that it is happening. The problem comes when, from time to time, on certain topics, we all experience this feeling of what I would like to call the impending doom. Like, bad things are inevitably happening or are already happening. So then, if I am telling people that feeling is the secret, does that mean that they need to just accept bad outcomes in those moments? To answer this question, let's first go back to the fundamentals. Creation is finished and all possibilities exist. What connects us or what lands us in one particular possibility or reality is the feeling of that idea being real, or the knowing. That is how we choose the reality we experience. The tricky part is this. When you are at a place where you already feel that a bad outcome, in this case, is an inevitability, you are no longer playing at the level of God or who you truly are. You're playing the game from a limited perspective already. By limited, I mean limited to this one possibility. It is not a bad thing because all perspectives are limiting, but it could be a problem if this one particular perspective is not your preference. It is also important to point out that even if the holy grail in manifesting is to get to the knowing, you still need to be aware that the knowing doesn't get to tell you what is going to happen. Just like thoughts and 3D circumstances don't get to decide your experience, the knowing also does not get to decide anything for you. Even if feeling is the secret, feeling is not above God, which is who you truly are. You are not powerless in front of anything. And just because in the moment you feel a feeling of this impending doom, it doesn't mean that you have to just accept it and brace yourself for bad things to happen and let that feeling fool you into giving up on your creatorhood. What this all comes down to is remembering who you truly are. Now, I have a video on the God state that you really don't want to miss, and I am going to link it here. It will help you understand what I'm trying to say here. I swear to God, when people are in fear, in lack, or are too attached, this goes right over their heads and they think that it doesn't matter or that it's not helpful. But if you're serious about living a good life, please take this seriously. This makes all the difference. Remember that earlier I said that we interact with a certain reality through the feeling of an idea being real or the knowing. But who you truly are is above all that. Who you truly are, to me, the best way that I could describe it is an unconditional acceptance. Again, if you want to understand it, go back to the God State video. But anyways, it is only when you're at peace with all possibilities are you able to pick and choose. So getting back to the question, what do you do when you feel that bad things are happening or are an inevitability? You stop playing this reality creation game at that level. By that, I mean you first and foremost disengage from any specific possibility or reality at all. You leave things be and return to who you truly are. And who you truly are is above all of that. It's above even what you think is the knowing that bad things are going to happen. To make this practical, and I'm going to offer a step that you're not going to want to do when you're in fear or lack, but this will make everything easy for you if you just put one foot in front of the other. I want you to take a few deep breaths in those moments and observe your thoughts, your feelings, and how it all feels in your body. And then I want you to just accept everything as it is. Not accepting that bad things are happening, just accepting that this is a reality and a possibility that exists. Just like the possibility of your desired outcome also does exist. When you're able to accept the existence of all possibilities and look at everything in a neutral way without trying to push anything away or clinging onto any specific idea, you are being the creator. You're being God and you're in your power. It sounds like I'm asking you to accept defeat or give in and give up, but no. It feels more powerful than it sounds, and I urge you to actually practice this. It is only when you know that you're powerful that you could look at possibilities of bad outcomes with peace and acceptance, because you know that you could afford to do that. And you can afford to do that because you know that ultimately it's all up to you and the choice is yours. Once you screw your head on straight, you're going to be able to not be distracted by anything undesirable. No feeling of doom, no thoughts of bad outcomes being likely will be able to distract you anymore. And from there, you will then find it easier to choose the idea you wish to entertain and experience and feel into that instead. So I really hope that the examples and ideas that I've shared with you today could help you in some way. Sometimes it's really hard to articulate things that could only be experienced, which is why I encourage all of you to actually do the practice. And if by practicing what I talked about in this video, you're able to understand on a more experiential level what I was talking about, let me know by liking this video and commenting down below. Manifesting at the end of the day is a journey back to your wholeness and your true identity. Everything else is easy once you step into that. And if you have made it to the end, I just want to say thank you. Until next time, happy manifesting.